Okay, so now that you have WordPress actually installed on your site, what you want to do is go to your domain name and you're going to access your site so you can actually edit on both the front end and the back end of your website. So this is going to be how you actually add things to your posts, add your pages, everything that you do to create your website, you're going to do through this method. So first you'll have to pull up your site and your admin panel on your browser. So it could be Chrome, it can be Safari, it can be any browser on any computer. As long as it has an internet connection, you should be able to access it. So what you'll do, you'll type in the name of your site. So this is mine, donaldahancock.com. And then you want to add WP minus admin. Okay? This is what you always want to keep in mind. So it's basically the name of your website / WP minus admin. Okay? Once you hit enter, it's going to take you to this WordPress symbol, where it's going to ask for your username, your password, and if you want to remember this for this computer that you're working on. So since I'm working on my home computer, I'm going to click there. But again, you'll just type in your username from before that you had in your Bluehost, and then also your password. And then you'll hit enter. And now you are in the dashboard view of your site using WordPress. So I know it's a lot going on here, but let me kind of quickly walk you through everything that you're seeing here. So at this view, we're actually at the dashboard view, and the dashboard is giving you basically an overview of all your activities on your sites. So it lets you know how many posts you have, how many pages you have, any kind of comments, what theme you're running. If you wanted to type up here in this box like a quick draft of a post, you can do it here as well. It's also cool because it'll let you know about any activity. So if you downloaded, say like a plugin or a widget or something like that, it'll be all published kind of in this column here. So it's a really cool kind of home page that lets you know everything that it's going on. Again, you can add content in a couple different ways. You can look at the top menu here, and you see as I hover over this plus sign and new, this drop down menu comes where it asks if you want to add a new post, a new piece of media, a new page, or a new user. Basically, we'll kind of get into the differences between a post and a page. Basically, what you want to keep in mind is pretty simple. A page basically is permanent information. So permanent materials. Think about your contact page. That's not going to change. Your about me page, that isn't going to change. A post, in the meantime, can be temporary. It can be, like your latest update in a blog, or, if you wanted to, write anything about whatever subject that, you feel is important, you would do that in a post. So again, it's important to understand the difference between posts and pages. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. but you know, just want to make sure that you guys understand that. So when you're building out your website, you know, you'll basically have 4 different pages. You'll have your home page, your about me page, your portfolio page, and then your contact page. And then within those pages, you know, you can have, say, posts that are, you know, kind of any kind of information that are relevant to whatever page that you're working on. But pages are permanent. So you can access that here, or on this left side of the menu, same thing, just kind of whatever you prefer. So I'll just walk you through how to create a post, which is pretty simple. So I'm just going to click post. And again, WordPress is going to give you, you know, all kind of options here. So you have this option here to add a title. So I wrote some stuff up about a treatment. So I'm just going to call this kind of treatment guidelines. Again, you can type, you know, kind of everything by hand if you want. But in this case, I'm just going to copy and paste. So Apple C. And then before I copy, I want to make sure that this paste as plain text is clicked, and it'll give this message. Basically, where it says paste is now in plain text mode. Contents will be placed as plain text until you toggle this option off. If you're looking to paste rich content, you want to turn this off. So basically what it's doing is it's not including all those formatting options that you might find when you're working in Word, and it's giving it's telling WordPress, you know, not to include a lot of that metadata type stuff. So again, you have all your text in, and you know, you can do all kind of really cool things within this. So basically it's kind of going to be like a playing around, I guess, you know, and just getting familiar with it. You know, you can add media to your posts, you know, so say like if I wanted to upload a picture, you know, you'll click insert media. When you actually do insert anything to your website, it'll go directly in this media library on your site, which is cool. But since I don't have anything on my site right now, it's empty. So I'll just click upload files, then select files, and you know, everything will be there, which is pretty cool. So let's see, I'll do this picture of the Cincy skyline that I took. So it'll take a little while to upload. But once it's done, it'll be there. You can edit the image in WordPress if you want. So for example, if you want to rotate it, because see, it's kind of upside down now, you know, you can do that. You can change the scale, you know, if you want to actually kind of crop it. I'm just clicking and dragging, you know, right now. So maybe I just want this part and not all that stuff at the bottom to be seen. I can just click and drag over, you know, whatever. But I highly recommend you go into Photoshop and actually, you know, create your dimensions and, you know, your image size for whatever pictures you upload. That way, you know, you don't have to worry about this step here. But just for the sake of the tutorial, I'm going through it. So if you click crop, see, it'll just crop everything that way. And then click save. And now in your media library, you have a picture. So what you can do is you can title this picture. So it's already called Cincy Skyline. You can give it a caption. So I'll say, something like sunny days in Cincinnati, because it was one of the few nice days that we had here. And then you can also give each picture a description. So this is, say, skyline view of downtown Cincinnati from, I was in Covington, where I'm sure you guys are familiar. You can also say where you want this picture to kind of live. So if you want it to be on the left side of the post, the right side, the center, you can, control that as well. Right now, I'm just going to leave it as is, and then just click insert post and see, there it is. And again, it's already have the caption that I gave it. If I click it and click on the edit button, I can always kind of go back and move it around. So maybe if I want it on the left side now, it'll jump it around. It's a pretty cool little feature that you can do in here. You can also create categories, for your posts, which are important. So think of categories as identifiers. So maybe this category is photography. And you can click there and see it'll automatically check it. So anytime I have any posts that are about photography, I can click it and all my posts will be grouped together, which is pretty cool. So yeah, what you do, you can save what you have, and then you can even preview, the work that you've done. So again, you see, this is what the post will look like when you're actually in the site, which is cool. Now to go back, you can either, click back here and exit out, or you can go on this main menu and go back to your dashboard, or back to edit your post again. So it's a couple of different ways that you can kind of access everything. Let me access out. That was just bothering me sitting there. Once you are kind of happy with what your post is looking like, you can actually hit publish, and what it will do is it will post on your dashboard now that you have a new post. So see, now we have 2 posts. So what I'll do next, I'll show you how to create a page, and then kind of also how to add different links, and also galleries, to your page. All right, I'll be back soon.